Hey guys, I'm over at TIM38. That's Brian, that's his name, Brian. That's his YouTube channel name, GMTim38. Check him out. He just bought these two trucks, 69 GMC and a 70 Chevy truck, C10 truck. Of course, this is a step side bed, and this one's they're both short beds. This one is a short bed fleet side. This is my first time to see him in person. I've watched his videos every time he puts one up, and this is my first time to see it in person. Mrs. PIB and myself. Say hey. I'll show you what Brian and his dad Charlie are doing here in just a minute, but thought I'd show you these trucks because you just never do know. He got both of these out of the woods. They'd been in the woods. So that's, for some reason, that's what Brian and I seem to be attracted to. It's stuff that's been forgotten. And he said it took him 3 hours yesterday, 3 hours, maybe 4, to get this one out. Had to cut some trees and stuff like that to get them out. This one, I'm trying to remember everything he said. I believe this one was born a 6-cylinder, and it's a 3-speed in the floor, but it was on the column, as most of them back in the day were. They were born, a lot of them born on the column, 3-speed on the column, but somebody's put it in the floor. A lot of times, I think people do that because sometimes the linkage gets messed up or whatever. I was going to buy a Chevy truck years ago, a long bed of 68 or 7, and I could not get that thing to shift worth a hoot. So I didn't get it. But the guy that owned the truck, he could shift it. I mean, he knew the pattern. I mean, I knew the pattern, but he just knew how to do it. And I didn't want to take the time to learn how to do it, so I declined, because that was my only means of transportation at the time, and I needed something I could I could shift and go. So looks like it was originally born green. It looks like it's pretty much here. Here's what I like. It hasn't been cut out. The radio, I mean. It's got an aftermarket radio, of course, but it hasn't been cut out. Still has the heater controls. I'm assuming that thing here is maybe the choke, but I'm not sure. But it's a 3-speed in the floor now. Has the seat belts. You might be looking at this upside down, but it's got the seat belts in it, green. Truck was green. It's not too bad, really. I mean, it's got some flaking and a little bit here, but some... Oh, Billy James had a lot of this stuff right here. Spray foam. Got to dig all that out, but I mean, it's not bad. The heater's in it. I mean, it's... Oh my goodness, I've had them a lot worse than this. I'm not knocking this truck at all. This is... Oh, I should have mentioned it does not have a motor, or it doesn't have a motor in it. Green. I'm just looking to see if anything's been replaced on it. Like I said, this is the first time I've seen this myself, and if you want to see more of this truck, go to GMTim38 on YouTube. Easter Purdy Motors. I'm reading this right here. Easter Purdy Motors. Lenoir City, Tennessee. Lenoir City, Tennessee. I guess that's the last piece of surviving wood from the bed. Look at that muffler. Can you see that? Boy, there's a lot of yellow jackets around here. I guess if this was mine, got some holes here. But I mean, really, a person could spend, you know, a couple of days and have a pretty nice looking old truck. I mean, just a good wash job and getting some of this stuff off here. I'm showing you stuff I cannot see. Of course, you know, it needs rockers. That's not for this truck, but I'm assuming somebody might have had intentions of putting it on. I'm going to get these screws and set them up here just so it won't fall out and have a flat tire. Might have had a couple of critters in here at one time. But, I wonder if that gas tank's new. I don't know. No, I'd say that's original gas tank. Here comes a plane. It's not my plane. That normally flies around when I'm doing videos at home. But, hey, this is a pretty nice old truck. I'd paint it back. If it was mine, like I forgot what I was saying. If this was mine, I'd paint it back green. Just like it's born, I guess. But then you get to looking at this, the red fenders and stuff here that somebody has put on this thing. And it looks pretty good red too, doesn't it? I guess the exhaust is, like I said, it doesn't have a motor or anything. And I'm not going to raise the hood. You can see no motor. But it does have a transmission. But it's a pretty cool old truck. I mean, it's got a lot of potential. You know, if a man put a motor and transmission in it, if he didn't want the 3-speed, maybe put a 4-speed or automatic, whatever. I mean, he could, I think with a little bit of tinkering with somebody that's smarter than me, I believe he could have a pretty nice little old step-side truck and not be in it too deep. Let's look at this 70 Chevy C10 truck. Like I said, I think it took him 3 or 4 hours to dig this out. As you can see, it used to have bumper guards, but the guy that owned the truck, that Brian bought the truck from, didn't like bumper guards, and that's, for some reason, that's the first thing he took off. So go figure. The hood is not bolted down to the hinges, so I'm not going to raise the hood, but it does have a motor in it with aluminum heads and everything. And Brian remembers this truck running around. It's a pretty hot roddy motor. I like these things. Just kind of walk around it here. This is the original color of the truck. Brian said was orange. Somebody's redone that. Painted it orange, but a different shade, I guess. It's got new rockers in it, Brian said, but they've been pop riveted in. So he said he's not sure which truck he's going to fix. Brian's going to fix one of them, but he's not sure. Would you fix the step side or would you fix this? As we're going along, you can kind of make up your mind, leave a comment. Visit his channel, TIM38. Anyway, he said he would weld them. Trying to look, the truck is not bad. He said this bed was loaded up with trash in it, and there's still some of it, but as you can see, the bed, believe it or not, is in good shape. Now my 71 Chevy truck I had, old Dookie, no, I'm sorry, Big Turd. When I first seen my 71 Chevy truck that I got from Brian, when I got that from him, somebody was in the driveway with me as Brian was driving it to our home, and they said it looked just like a big old rolling turd, so I just named it Big Turd. But that turned out to be a beautiful truck. If you're not familiar with it, type it in on my channel, Primered is Best. It's had some Bondo back here. I don't know, stuff like this doesn't really bother me. So I've got a, roll pan. It's got the exhaust. Like I said, this thing's got a hot rod motor in it. Aluminum heads, I mean, it's pretty awesome, but the hinges are messed up on this hood, and I'm not gonna I think if I remember right, Brian said the hood flew up or something. Anyway, it messed the hinges up. I'm not going to touch it. Both these trucks are still 6-lug, by the way. This one has the sport side trim on it. Of course, this is what I'm talking about if you're not familiar. This has the stock, I mean, you know, what I refer to as plain Jane. That has the sport front and back. But Brian will have to work on the engine on this one because it's got a, like a, I think he said a bent push rod. I'm not sure. Let's look at this one. You can tell this has been sitting for a long time. Long time. Has typical rust that most of these trucks are prone to having. You know, when you mess with these old trucks and these old cars a lot, you know, like 62 Chevys or 55 Chevy cars or trucks, you know what, you can kind of, when you've messed with them a long time, you can just about point around and, you know, look for rust spots that they're prone to doing, and this one's no exception. But this one has tilt, cruise on here. I'm not sure if it's original to this truck. And you can see that it used to shift on the column. It's now, I think he said it's now a 4-speed in the floor. Pretty neat setup, isn't it? But could you imagine this thing kind of just cleaned up and washed? I mean, it'd make a world of difference. There's some more of that original paint. I don't know about the gas tank. Hey, it's got some aftermarket seats in here too. American Products Company. Somebody put some money in it back in the day. I'm going to say maybe like maybe in the 90s or something. Like I said, they're both still 6-lug, but he's got a matching set of wheels for this truck. But he had to put these on just to get it to roll. Somebody put the racing stripes on it. All the way down through the tailgate too. Like I said, somebody spent a lot of money and time on this old truck. I bet it was a hoss back in the day. I'd like to show you the engine, but I'm sure Brian will make a video of this. And if you're interested, I'm sure he'll raise the hood and stuff. He's busy building a motor for, him and his dad Charlie are building a motor for Tim Dixon at Gas Axe Chop Shop. There's some of the rockers there, valve covers. My wife, Mrs. PIB's keeping them entertained for a minute while I do this video. But got all the heater controls in it. Radio's been cut out. Boy, look at all the gauges. That feels metal too, so I'm saying that's an old tack. If you had stupid stink bug, get out of here. If you had this truck, what would you do with it? Brian's got a good opportunity here. He can either take the best parts off one, make one good one and sell the rest, or, you know, he could just, he's in a good spot. He can either fix one and then later on fix another one. Which one would you fix? I'm going to ask these questions to you. Maybe you can leave me a comment. Which one would you fix first? Or which one would you sell? I don't know. They're both 6-lug. You like fleet side better or step side? You like GMCs better or Chevys? I mean, there's all kinds of questions you could go. I like them both. I'd hate to pick just one, but that, I don't know, that one right there, I wouldn't mind it. You know, if I had this truck, you know, I think, I'm not sure, but I think it might have been as soon as I started YouTube or right after. or maybe before I started YouTube, I had a 67 Chevy truck. I turned it into a forestry truck, painted it dark green, had the forestry emblems on the door and along the side here. It looked like a real forestry truck, and this being green, that's probably what I would do with it, I guess. I don't know what I'd do. It's always fun thinking about it till it's time to pay up, isn't it? But yeah, I appreciate y'all watching the video. Somebody's bought new mirrors. I mean, all this stuff. If you price some of these parts on these old trucks, or cars, but trucks, parts for these old trucks are getting higher and higher. So, you know how things are. Which one did you fix? Of course, this one has a motor and transmission. And I'm sure he'll get it running or find out what's wrong with it. So, let me know what you think. And I appreciate you watching. You're watching Primer Is Best. If you'd like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Be sure to check out TIM38 on YouTube. And if you leave a comment, say you heard about him from Primer Is Best, I'd appreciate it. He's a really good friend of mine, really good friend. Him and his dad, Charlie, and Tim Dixon are too. Tim's on Facebook, Gas Axe Chop Shop, AXE, Gas Axe Chop Shop, 10 Mile, Tennessee. And, you know, they're really good. They're really, really good friends. You know, my best friends. So, just to let you know. So, if you have an old car or an old truck that you'd like to put on my channel, you can by going to Primer Is Best. I'm just going to say PIB subscriber rides. That's what I'm calling it. Just make a video 2 or 3 minutes long talking about your old car or old truck, and I'll be happy to put it on my YouTube channel, and everybody in the whole world can see it. And you can look at it anytime you want to. Show your family or friends. It's called PIB Subscriber Rides. You can do that by going to Primer Is Best at Comcast.net, or Primer Is Best Instagram Messenger Primer Is Best, or Facebook Messenger Primer Is Best. Send me a video 2 or 3 minutes long talking about your car or truck, what you just got, what you're wanting, you know, how you got it, or you just got it, or look what I found in the woods, just whatever your situation is, and I'll be happy to put it on my channel. Also, I have PIB Swapping Shop. If you're looking for an old car part or truck part, or you got something you're wanting to sell, 2 or 3 minute video talking about what you want with the way somebody can contact you. You know, if you have an old car or truck for sale, I'll be happy to put it on there. The whole world can see it. PIB's Swapping Shop. You can send it to the same way. Primer Is Best at Comcast.net. Facebook Messenger Primer Is Best, or Instagram Messenger Primer Is Best. That's you know, my wife put the video. We'll put the video up. My wife and I will put it together and put the video up. If it needs to be longer than that, make it like 2 or 3 minutes, and you know, you can stop and send another video in case the file is too big. My wife can put them together, and we'll go from there. And please, no music, no foul language. Turn your phone, if you're using one like I am, turn your phone this way, not up and down. That way you get a full screen. And a way somebody can get a hold of you, like your name and phone number, if you have something you're wanting to sell or something that you're looking for. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. I don't know which one I like the best. That's why I keep walking around looking at them. I like GMCs. You don't see them very often, but I like Chevys too. And I've had both. So, I don't know. I see lots of potential in both of them. Oh, let me show you what they're doing right here. Almost forgot, didn't I? This is Tim Dixon's van. This is his engine. Putting it in this Chevy van. And here's some of the stuff that I'm just going to go around it real quick. Show you what this stuff right here is hard to find. It's the brake booster for this van. They had to order it. I forgot where they said. But anyway, it's real hard to come by. AutoZone, O'Reilly's, Napa, nobody's got that. But they finally found one. Just kind of show you around the van. This belongs to Tim Dixon at Gas Axe Chop Shop. This thing been sitting for a long time, and Charlie was showing me the pulley here, how long it had been setting. Been setting a long time. So it's coming along. As you can see, all new brakes, brake lines. You know, when you start fooling with this old stuff, you'll realize real quick it doesn't take long and you've got a bunch of money in it. So, but like I said, this belongs to Tim Dixon. I don't know what his plans are for it, but I'm sure he's got something in mind. He doesn't do nothing without having a plan. So, but pretty cool, isn't it? Anyway, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, guys. God bless y'all. I sure do appreciate it. Like and subscribe to my channel, and TIM38, please. Don't forget to check out Gas Axe Chop Shop, 10 Mile, Tennessee. He's on Facebook, Tim Dixon. And leave a comment, say you heard about him from Primer is Best. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it. Forgot to show you the insides, didn't I? I know the video's too long. I'm trying to end it real quick. Y'all have a blessed day. Lord's in charge, and I appreciate y'all listening to an old man talk about a bunch of old cars or trucks and vans. God bless y'all. See you later.